everyone? Welcome once again to the Golden Quest podcast. This is episode 2 of this new podcast that we kind of started. I got here with me, Caesar, aka Setness. You guys already know him, representing the cookout shirt. A little throwback there. Not too much of a throwback, but it's awesome to still represent. And we actually got a little bit of news about that. So I was talking to Eddie, as you guys know, Sudden Show, and they're gonna process of keeping that going. So they are not gonna let it die. They're planning on working on a schedule and having the remaining cookout members keep the cookout podcast alive. But meanwhile, we're here to give you guys content. We don't want to disappoint, and we did say we want to give you guys content every week. So we are going to talk about our underachievers, overachievers, and some hidden gems that we have for this set. Me and Scissor have been doing a little bit of testing, and we kind of, I know he did most of the list for last set, so this is going to be more of my cards, but we're still going to talk about kind of his experience with some of the cards that we're going to talk about. And if you guys didn't know, we did end up making that blue green deck, and we made a little bit of changes. We're going to talk about it in our over and underperformers. So, well, let's get it going. Caesar, first of all, how's your week? How's everything going?
Everything's been good, man. I did get sick, unfortunately, so been getting over that cold, and all my basically everyone in the household is sick, so there's that. But other than that, pretty good. Just enjoying life, enjoying Larcana. Been playing a lot, so sorry, I'm updating the list before we show it. Just want to make sure we're good with that. But yeah, I mean, what about you? How's your week been?
You know what's kind of crazy? I kind of got a little bit of sick too. So I recently just started feeling better. These last 3, 4 days, been feeling kind of rough. I want to say it's this weather, dude. It's February and it will be like 85, 87, 80. Like, why? Like, it feels like that at least. So I'm very like, I have to have the AC on if it's like warm. Like, I get hot really easily, but then I'll wake up and my sore throat. Like, I have a sore throat because, like throughout the night and it gets cold again. Like, I don't know, man. But it's good. I did a few testing with Lorcana. So within France, within community members, some way, somehow. If you know, you know. So it's been good. I can't wait. We're gonna have a team testing session this Saturday, so I can't wait to kind of dig in and all that stuff. Making YouTube content. I should be doing the detectives Blue Steel. And I was not meant to do blue yellow detectives, dude. And we'll talk about it a little bit maybe next week, or I'll talk to you about it. But it ended up being detective naturally, dude. That 4/7 genie, I could not get away. So good. So I was like, oh, and I have 4 slots. I'll put the Judy too. And I'm like, this ended up being just detectives all over again. That was an accident. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about these cards and see what we got going.
That's funny.
So
Yeah, so let's get into it. So, we'll start with them. So, like as the title says, overperformers and underperformers, and then hidden gems. So, this one we did talk about. This was one of the lists we talked about last week, where we did think it was going to be one of the best cards of the set, or one of the better cards. So tell me, well, why is it back on today's episode?
all right. So over or underachievers, guys. So you guys can put pause as we go through this list, and you guys can take a wild guess of what are we gonna say. This one to me was an underachiever. It looked really good, really broken on paper. May obviously this is week 1, week 2 ish of testing. Take this with a grain of salt, guys. Things can change, but this card's been all right. Like, if it's not done early, or if it's not done with the Lady Amber one and drop on turn 2, feels whatever, right? Especially, I think what's really crucial is that it's an inkable. So we are very thin on uninkable slots. We have a lot of bigger card pools. So the draw one feels good, right? But then it's like, oh man, I don't know. It's been underperforming for me. How about you?
No, I actually agree as well. I think what it's been, because I've been building a bunch of decks with this card. I try to build like an Amber Ruby that I kind of have a solid list, but I need to go back and work on it. I was trying to build like a Amber Yellow, like tall, not like a lower to the ground, and I think I was trying to build well, I was trying to use it in the Blue Yellow deck as well. Is there another one I was trying to do? No, I think that was it. And it just oh no, I tried a yellow steel one too. So pretty much every color I was trying it. It's just obviously when you drew Angel and you're on the draw, and then you have round one, and then you do this, and then have the broken lines. It feels good still, but it's just like those moments when you don't have it right. And since we don't have Cinderella as well, and we don't have a way to consistently every time, whether you're on the draw and on the plate, to play this on turn one, that's what sucks. I think even if we didn't have Angel and Cinderella, it would be fine as long as Angel was able to be played on turn one every time. So I mean, I get it. For Infinity, still kind of balancing. Like I feel like right now with our current card pool, like I think if she was a singer, no, a one cost all the time, I think we would be fine, to be honest. With the card pool in constructed, but I get it. Infinity wise, if she was a one drop too, like that would kind of break Amber. I mean, I agree. Like imagine you have eight one costs, eight singer threes on one every time, like guaranteed. Like if you want to play this in Amber, you only have eight on the draw, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I
Like
still think
little Cindy.
yeah, I still think the card's broken, but just not in constructed right now, or at least no one has broken it from what I've seen. So yeah, definitely an underperformer.
Like I think the best prime for me is like little Cindy play Ariel now on turn two. Like grab the song, start singing like the like, or start playing a four drop. Whether you can play Naveen, right? Technically, little
Yeah, you
Cindy
could
would
play
be able to
Naveen.
play Naveen,
Yeah,
the four drop. You can get really crazy stuff with this, but it's Infinity, like you said. In core constructed, I doesn't feel like there's a slot, but I feel like it's because of the tree. I know we didn't post it, but I think we did post it as one of the best cards, right? So I just feel like if you're ramping, if you really want to ramp, you don't even need this song. Lantern, you have lanterns and trees. If you're playing with Sapphire, you have the regular ramp, so you just like don't need to play this extra uninkable. And I think that's why maybe like I think if Tree wasn't a card in the set, this card gets better because naturally it just like needs to see more play maybe. But
yeah,
that
hundred
tree's been
percent.
insane on
Hundred
people's list,
percent, because
bro.
then it takes out less uninkables, right? Because they're not playing four trees. But yeah, I mean that could be why too. But yeah, that tree is broken. It's not here, but guys, the tree is broken. Like I would be playing it in every amber deck, and no matter what amber deck you build, I would be playing it four of that tree, like 100%. Um, I don't know why people are sleeping on that.
I mean, I'm not playing it in blue yellow, but
Oh, well, it's because we have regular ramp. Yeah, yeah. I mean, my bad. Any yellow deck that's not combined with blue, I would play it.
I will say this: I played. So I played against Seven Show Eddie. He was playing purple yellow, and I was playing blue yellow, and I felt he was on lanterns entries, dude. I felt like he had as much ink as me, even though he really didn't. And he was just playing at that point then purple, like added an extra color. And I actually was felt super unfavored. It was crazy. Like he was playing the tree and then playing on turn three, he was playing what is the forecast that exerts a character?
The Iris.
So, yeah, so he was going tree and then he going iris and then he would like go my chicha and it was like GG, dude. It was like so rough. And I was like, even if it's not like it was just really good. So that tree was broken.
Yeah,
That tree broken.
that tree is nasty. But next card, we put Bambi. We did not talk about her last week, but that is mainly because we had too many broken amber cards, in my opinion. So I couldn't include them all. We had limited time, so. But yeah, tell obviously this wasn't on last week, so you can see it as a hidden gem or well, yeah, definitely hidden gem or overperforming, I guess.
Yeah, both. So with this card, I started to see that I've been playing against a few Amber Ruby decks, and they're going back to their character base decks. So they're using the tree to ramp, right? And then they're playing these cards, and then they're still playing some actions. Like there's some of them are playing the Ruby card that whenever characters manage draw to card. Some of them are still playing some type of draw. But when you have mostly characters in your deck, this card starts getting nasty. When you can start playing this card as soon as turn three, right? I mean technically sooner, but as soon as turn three, and you start stacking up the Bambi. If you have a lot of characters, the P you're only grabbing one, the five cost P. This you can grab two, three. I've had someone go Bambi tap, grab three characters, bro. Because at the moment I just didn't have the out, and I was like that five shield on turn three. It's really powerful. 3/5 with the tree. You play this on three, so good. So I see Ruby. I think when we're kind of like building the Ruby Amber, I think we completely missed the mark, as in like the character, the value in going kind of like the old school character based deck. So I like this card a lot. I think it's definitely overperforming.
I agree. Shout out Humble. That's his list going around. And I did face it a couple times. It is pretty nasty, but I think what really holds the Bambi back from being beyond broken is the boost two. Boost one from boost two is like a way heavier cost. Don't get me wrong, this card is still really good, but I think that's what's like made it where it's not like just shouting from the rooftop that this card's broken, right? If this was boost one, like this card would be unbelievable. Um,
Oh,
the so yeah, but I mean that just keep in mind, guys. Like when you're evaluating cards, that boost one to boost two, it is a pretty big. And from one to two is always gonna. I mean, I've learned this from the other card game I played. From one to two, that's the biggest jump because no matter that's always gonna double, right? Then you go to two to three, that's not double anymore. So obviously, boost three would be expensive, but like just math, right? One to two is double. Two to three is not double, right? Two to four is double. So that one to two is always gonna be that biggest gap. So yeah. I mean, I think this card's good. It's been the times I've been playing against it. It's been, I mean, it's an auto remove, right? Like you see it, you got to remove it. So, on to the next one. We have Sorabi. Oh, I'm not even reading what they do. My bad. Let's go back just to read them real quick. The coup, everyone knows what that does. Bambi's a 4 cost 3/5 Bambi, a thorough fawn, boost 2. During your turn, whenever this character exerts, reveal a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of cards under him. Put all revealed character cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order, and it's a 3/5. So that one's that. The Sarabi's a 4 cost, 4/4 quest for one. Storeborn Mentor Queen, and her ability is Fearsome Snarl. I think it's a her. Exert. Oh yeah, it's a her. Chosen opposing character gets -4 attack until the start of your next turn. So that was why you put this on the list. This was also another card we did not talk about.
so we read this sometimes when we're just going through like the leaks or them announcing list, right? And then you read it, you're like, okay, like it doesn't feel proactive, right? Like it doesn't like. So what is it doing? Every time we look at these cards, of minus plus, minus plus. You know, like support is one of the weakest. The reason it's kind of good right now is because of criminal mind, but support itself has been one of the weakest kind of like effects, right? So this was I never thought it would be like amazing, but the body is good. 4/4, right? Also, you can play this on turn three if you play the tree. But Headless Horseman, man, on curve. Minusing four, it's free game for anything, dude. Almost anything. Around that 4 to 5 to 6 curve, it can start like a minusing four, six drops and hitting them. I'm telling you, because it's been done to me. My 5/5 Pete's are getting Headless Horseman. This is a hidden gem in Amber Ruby.
I agree. I think what gets overlooked by this card, and I overlooked it too. One is the body. The body is amazing. It's a 4/4. So even like if you're like, I gotta remove this card, like whatever you're trading with it, it's probably gonna trade back. Like it's gonna out like you're gonna trade. It's gonna be equal trade. But on top of that, the -4 is until the start of your next turn. So it's your turn. You can't even swing back. Like whatever character this character minus is basically out. Like all you can do with that card is either
Yep.
quest or sing. So you better have a good song, or that better be a good two quester or three quester, because that's all you're gonna be able to do with that. Because -4, like Hector said, it's a lot. Like we don't have that many strong attack willpower, whatever the word is, characters in here. So I think that's the biggest thing to it until the start of your next turn. So that's what hurts you, right? But yeah,
That was huge. Yeah.
I agree with this card. I think this card, all the times I've been playing against it, have been pretty big, bro. It's been a troublesome card to deal with, but yeah.
So
Um,
good. I'm glad you made that point. You know, told them the point about the minusing, and then because they'll minus me, and then they'll be like, "Oh, they didn't even remove this with headless horns." But I'm like, "This is dead. Like this
yeah, it's
character's
still
useless.
it's
I can't
technically
even
dead.
challenge
Yeah,
the thing. I can't remove it."
yeah,
So they use this like good players will know how to use that card to its full potential.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And I mean, it's not dead, like I said, but imagine they do it to like your 5/5 that you're gonna use to trade. Well, that card and then it quests for one, like it just feels so bad, right? Like that thing's now a 1/5. And I think that deck is like you said. I think he did put actions. I think he put like two of the Rapunzel action. Um, so I don't know. I like his list. I liked his list a lot, and I was gonna send it to you too, and be like, "We missed the mark." There is like a temple kind of build of this, because we were trying
Yeah.
to build it, but yeah. Um, so the next card you put is a 4 cost Tiana, 3/4 quest for 2, and it's a support character, Dreamborn Hero Princess. It's just a support character. So tell us, why'd you put this card?
So to me, she's not overperforming. She's not underperforming, but I do believe this is a hidden gem. I believe Ravensburger doesn't seem to think so because they did put, what is it, an epic to this card. Okay. So it has a tagline princess in sapphire yellow. That's really good. It synergizes with the Cinderella. So you have another princess target. I think a four shield. The three is the thing that's the least. If it was a 4/4, it would be, oh my gosh. But the four shield and two questing. Two questing is very huge, especially in tempo. I like how this quest for two, the four drop bell quest for two. So now you can start out racing while you're like developing. But support, I've always wanted the character. I hated when a character quest for one with support because it doesn't. There's not a lot of incentive. Now it's like I'm getting to lore and I'm giving something three. My issue lately sometimes is a lot of early thing stuff. A lot of early things have two strength. So your basil, right? Which one is it? Basil, whatever. I get corrected every time. And then your or the Elohim, another weird name. Anyways, they boost Chicha, whatever, boost for two. I still can't criminal mind. It's happened multiple times, and I'm like, dude, I need a support three. I know we were playing Baloo, but that's way more later game, right? So sometimes this is nice on curve because if we ramp on two, we get to play this. If we don't have Cindy, it's like a solid because now we can boost our one drop or boost our Tipo, right? Be able to crack back. So I think that's the applications to have this card, and I do definitely see someone using this card. And oh dang, this card's pretty good. So I do see this as a hidden gem. I don't know what your thoughts on it, but I think it's solid. I think it's an underlooked card that people are just not even looking at it.
I mean, I don't think the card's bad. I just think, like you just mentioned, we have um Cindy and Belle as 4 drops, so already 8. I mean, I wouldn't mind 2 of these and then being like at 10 4 drops. My only problem with that, and I mean, we've already talked about our ideas on the blue yellow deck. I don't know if you're gonna do a deck profile or whatever, but um, like we don't want to go super support, like super control, but we are still giga ramping. So I feel like I'd rather go, if we can, higher on these higher costs instead of playing like smaller. I don't want to cuss, but smaller bodies. Um, so like would 100% just play blue over this. But I don't think it's bad. I mean, we used to play Ben in Blue Steel at the beginning of the set of Fabled. Like he was a 4/3 support, and we thought that was broken, right? He quested for 2 as well. So I mean, dude, I wish Baloo was a princess. Like I feel like I wish this was Baloo.
Oh yeah,
I wish this was Baloo's body with bodyguard and princess, bro. That's my problem.
yeah.
Like that's what I was looking for in that like list we are building, was a 5 6 drop good princess, but I feel like they all kind of sucked. Besides Aurora, but Aurora's not really impacting the board, right? She's more like protecting our board. So Blue doesn't really either, but at least he protects your the rest of your board, right? So I mean, I guess Aurora is too,
What
but
I like
he's
about
a huge body. I like Blue because he's a 3/8, a huge body, and he's like a big soak damage for that song. So they're afraid to hit him, right? So they need to either Into the Unknown, him, Hades, Let It Go, all that kind of removal. Because if they hit him and they leave him with damage, which he's a 3/8, they know we're about to draw like 7 cards, right? So yeah.
yeah. What I like, it's like sometimes with this is like after the Cindy's done his job, I like how I'm still able to keep going and then keep going and then keep getting use of Cindy without having to play more Cindy's. Instead of going double Cindy, like now I can go Tiana, better body, better quester, still gets the trigger off Cindy again. So it's little stuff like that that I do like, that I can keep the Cindy going. I'm still developing a body. Also, I do like Balua, but 4 cost 6 cost. So sometimes what I like, it's when I'm in that like 11 10-ish range or whatever. I like being able to go like a 7 drop and then a 4 drop, or a 7 drop and then a 5 drop. And then it's harder to do like a 7 drop, a surfer with a balloon. That's a little harder. That's a little more grind. But I noticed we get to 10 to 12 ink pretty easily. After that, it's like late grind game, right? Let's be real. Like once you get into 14, that's because it's a grind game. So I do like being able to play Hades and Pete, Surfer and Pete. So I do want to still consider maybe instead of the Blues two of these. That is just like literally my view. Like obviously Baloo's a better character card. Way better be, it costs two more. But I can see, I don't think neither of us are wrong on that aspect for sure.
I know. I mean,
I like how Baloo's a
yeah,
bodyguard, right?
yeah. That's what I
Baloo
like.
has the bodyguard factor.
That's what I
That's
like
what that's
about it
what's
too.
good about
But
it.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like I said, if we're finding scenarios a lot of time where you get to that late game and I'm dropping Surfer Stitch because it helps with Surfer Stitch, right? Too. So like you're missing a body, you can't drop two. You can't drop Baloo and Surfer because you don't have enough ink to get the draw two. So I guess in that sense, like it does make sense. I wouldn't, like I said, even from the beginning, I wouldn't be opposed to like a two of, just kind of like how we have Baloo. But um, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely a
I don't
12
think the
for
card,
sure.
I don't think the card's bad. That's for sure. But yeah, let's move on.
Hey, also it boosts my nick. So this one I don't see my other ones.
Oh, that's what I was gonna make a comment on what you said about Cindy. I usually just let her die, bro, after I play her because we have Belle. So usually I'll use her as my as the
As
people
an
like
extra ramp. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I use her
Yeah.
as like what I pump up, right? Like if I have Basil, Elanway, or Nick, like I have something to support, and then I have Cindy. Like I'll sacrifice my Cindy and I'll keep my Belle because it's like Belle is like what happened, bro? So I was playing a game, right? I was playing don't want to go off on a tangent, but I was playing a game and I was playing against Amber and he looked at my hand and on board I had like two characters and Belle. I had the Cindy, another character and Belle. And he looks at my hand and I'm at 7 ink and it's a Maleficent. But he looked at my hand so he knows I have Maleficent in hand. He's like and I have things sideways and he's like, "Do I trade and put him up to the Maleficent ink or do I just not do anything right?" And like that's why I think Bell's so broken, right? Like they have to think about that on their turn too when they're trading. Like you know how we always tell like James and all that, like dude, you gotta be thinking about, especially when you're playing blue and you're ramping someone, you gotta think about how impactful it is that you're putting them to that ink, right? Like, am I putting you to 6 ink? That's not too scary. Am I putting you to 7 ink? That's scary, right? And that's what that person had to think. Like, imagine if he didn't have like a way to see my hand, he would have just done it and he would have just put me straight to Maleficent. And I was gonna Maleficent his next thing he dropped. So I don't know. I think Bal's a crazy card. That's another overperformer right there. Like Bal is insane.
Yeah. The thing with her is like I think we all we already knew she was super insane and crazy. Um with Belle, another one that since we're talking about her, I think I was like Eddie was watching me play and testing someone. I'm like, okay, look here. I'm gonna drop this Belle. Look at my body's on the board. He's forced to storm me now. If he storms me, I gain four ink. If he doesn't storm me, he loses. So then the guy goes storm. I'm like 4 ink. Next turn, I'm like character, surfer stitch draw two. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Like he ran me from like 12 ink to like 16 ink.
yeah,
I was like, you lost, bro. Like
yeah,
there's like you lost. Like she just put me in a scenario like if you storm me, you lose, and if you don't, you lose. Like it's a two quester too. Like you
yeah.
awesome. It's really good. It's good.
I've been doing that the same concept towards green blue. Like I hear people saying green blue is pretty good. I haven't played it at all this set. I still think it could be fine, but for those like scenarios too, like that's where I think it's bad because I'll set up like a board. And then once I know they get to like that board wipe part, I'm like, Bell, I'm like, board wipe me. That's fine. You're gonna ramp me like 6 cards. And you know these like blue battles, because their way to give you their way to out stuff is bouncing, right? And you're welcome. Give me more cards, and you just gave me like 5, 6 ink. Like, please. So I don't
It
know.
reminded me of remember the 6 drop Hades when it came out. The only thing with that card is that it was uninkable. They were starting to do the strategy of like, oh, you're about to get B prep. Here's a Hades,
Oh yeah,
go.
the one that gave you lore.
And
Yeah.
then like if you B prep me, they were gonna like so you had to out the Hades before you like bro the yeah, it kind of that scenario. Like, well,
The problem with that one is like it was in a deck. It was expensive and it was an inkable. It was like a 5 or 6 cost. and it was in a deck
Honestly, it
that,
was the
yeah,
eligibility.
yeah,
That's what it was. Because
uh,
what was 4 rabbits? They needed. It was on the RA that would do it. Like you needed rabbits still. You needed preps. It
yeah.
was if that card was inkable, it would have seemed way much more
No,
fun. That's
100%,
what it was.
100%. All right, your next card is a 6 cost Headless Man Horse from set 10 to 510. That's all. Quest for one. 510 quest for one. Why are we pulling a vanilla here, bro? What's going on?
So honestly, I just kind of wanted to throw a card. We're not gonna spend crazy time on it. I wanted to kind of point this out. This is probably one of the best targets for Ohana Means family. I was when we were trying our list, I ended up cutting the blue. I know the blue has support, it has body or and that, but I wanted to test this and it tested really well. I didn't get to test with a lot of other. I'm not gonna say like, oh, this is better than the other cards. Play this card, but I'm just letting the people know that this card tested really well. The reason being is because I would hit, and then I don't even like have to then draw with Ohana yet. This can then hit again, clear 2 bodies, still live, and then I'll like Ohana. I've done up to 8. It's pretty wild. And then if it hits, gets rid of something. If they don't want me to Ohana, they either won, then they have to trade 2 bodies into it. So this card took care of 3 bodies, or they just bank off like them not exert. It messes a lot with Ohana means family. This card is broken. There's one issue. I don't know how popular in the future meta Amber mirrors are gonna be. It does die to Criminal Mind. So that was the only issue that I had. It wasn't even that it was a vanilla. Because if it honestly, if there's a world where there's not a lot of Amber play, like I'm playing this probably my blue yellow because it was just tested really good. So I just wanted to throw out there. It was from the last set. You guys can try it out. You guys can just ignore it. I thought it was like a this card is now playable because Ohana means family exists. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's a huge body, like you said. Um, you kill something and then they have to be afraid of the Ohana, right? So it's like, do I let him draw 5, especially like depending on what you swing at, right? Like, do I let him draw 5 or do I waste another 2 characters to remove this? Because even if you hit something for 5, like this thing still has another 5 willpower. So, but the
Yeah,
problem
it's
is,
kind of crazy.
that problem is the world's greatest criminal mind, right? Like that's another reason why I kind of like the blue. It avoids the horseman and it avoids criminal mind. Um, but yeah, I mean, and it's only 2 willpower away from this,
Yeah.
so it's not too bad.
Usually cards like this though, as we saw, like superly hyper overly statted cards are uninkable. Remember, like how many uninkables? Like remember that alien new chick that we got, and then we got the horse and steel. Like all these like overstated cards are uninkable now. So this is
Yeah,
like actually, I was like, oh, this is like a hidden gem just because it's actually inkable. Like that's crazy. Yeah,
yeah. All right, next card. I think did you put this one or I think I put it. I think I put it.
you did it.
6 cost. Lilo Rockstar. She's a 3/5 quest for 2. Shift 4. Whenever this character quests, you may play a character with 2 costs or less from your discard for free. So I put this card. We didn't talk about it, I think, last week either. But if you guys have been seeing it go around, there it's not a dog deck anymore. It is it's a rocking dog deck now. Cause to be honest, majority of what you see in that deck is Lilo and Stitch cards. And I'm telling you right now, they are broken. Um this card, I do think it's good, but it's not as good as her counterpart. But this card does some crazy stuff too. Um, it could do some crazy stuff in Amber Steel too, right? Like you put your boards out, your bodies out, they kill your dock, you bring back your dock from your discard. Quest with this. Um, you could bring back Gogo from the discard and then just pay the 2 and then trigger Gogo. If you're playing Mulan in your deck, you can have Mulan alive, quest, bring back Tramp from your discard, buff your Mulan by like 5. You could bring back Ursula's, bring back Mowgli's to continue checking their hand to make sure they didn't draw a board wipe. There's just a lot of implications, right? And the best thing about this card is that the character comes back standing, so doesn't come back exerted. So it's like another and aggro, right? Like you get to a point where every card they play, you have to start removing. So this questing, you get to out it, but then whatever it brought back, like more than likely is a 2 quester, so you're gonna have to out it too, and it's standing. So you're gonna have to waste some sort of removal on it. So I think this card's crazy for aggro. I can see it kind of like in a No, it's just aggro. It's just aggro.
There's also a world too, like the the way the synergy works within yellow and green right now, it's so insane. Also, Amber has some cheap support characters. There's that Rapunzel with the Elohim, right? There's like that stuff that whenever it gains supports in that. What's the Mulan? Gain the support, give it strength. There's a world like this. There's just synergy in there of itself, right? Then you play cards like Ursula, rips a card. Mowgli, whatever, rips a card. Like the fact that I just right now with Rockstar Lilo and I said all these cards, none of those are even aggro cards. I can actually even make a whole strategy that's not even aggro. But this Lilo and Stitch, literally, um, this deck gets so wide, dude. I literally call that deck party like a rock star. Like it's literally like a whole party, dude. It's like them too, and then like everybody join the party. Like that whole deck is just party like a rock star. I want to work on a deck with them too. I don't know if I just want to do a bunch of aggro characters. I mean, they can find that anywhere, but I do want to kind of cook with some support characters there. I don't know if you remember the Rapunzel, like they don't take damage and then it stays there, and then you play the free ones, the Lilo, the little fish, whatever the
Yeah,
other
Pudge.
broken
The
card.
Pudge. Yeah.
And then yeah, and then you have the Mulan, then you give that, and then that quest for six, and like there's a lot of routes you can go do that. It's not even like a bunch of Daisy Ducks, right? But
Yeah.
like yeah, you know what I mean.
One thing to mention with the Lilo too, you can bring back the tree. And then if you have a one cost character in, you could still use the tree effect and then cheat another one cost character out. Like that tree's so broken. But Stitch as well, 6 cost, 3/5. He's a set one card. Quest for 3. Whenever you play a character with cost 2 or less, you may exert them to draw a card. So you shift this on 3 because more than likely you have a tree out. So you shift this on 3. If it lives next turn, you have 4 ink to play with. So you play a one drop, you draw a card. You're still at 4. You play another one drop. You're now at 2 ink and you're still at 4 cards in hand. You draw a card. Let's say you drew a pudge. You just play that for free and you draw a card. Let's say you draw another pudge. You play that for free and you draw a card. You're still at 4 cards. Like every card you played, you're still at 4 cards in hand. So you went like 6 characters wide and you're still the same amount of cards in hand. So it's like, all right, now they got to board wipe me. I get board wiped. Cool. I have 4 cards in hand and I'm probably still at like already 12 lore. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
crazy.
think the most broken line against like the control decks is shifting Rockstar on 4, and they can't out it, and you start hitting pudges. You basically getting a pudge off the top is literally like so much value for this card because you're playing it for free and you're still drawing the card. So you wasted 0 ink and you're drawing the card. And if you get trees, like you play a tree with this too, like that's pretty broken too because that tree basically costed 1 because then you use the ability to play the other character. So I don't know.
I think they shifted this on me on three, on turn three, because I think they went one drop Stitch,
Yeah, yeah. One
and then they
drop.
went tree, then they went tree, and then the next turn they shifted, and then it was just started
Well,
going
even
down.
if you go one drop stitch, 2 drop tree, you can still shift it on 3. It's shift 4. So if you go one
Yeah,
drop
yeah, you're right. I
stitch
think that's what it
tree,
was, and I don't think it was double tree. I think it was just single tree, and I was like, oh, that's broken.
yeah,
Honestly, the only thing that saved me was, oh, remember I told you it was I had the Chicha Mickey, was that
yeah,
I had the
yeah,
line, but like,
yeah,
dude, we're not gonna talk about it yet, but like, if we're talking about like old card set. I think my favorite part about Mickey, other than the Chicha line curve, is the fact that I sing like right away. Like if I have the one drop and I just right away the world's greatest, it's
oh
like
yeah,
my singer. It should just
the
have
curve,
singer printed.
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let's jump into purple. Let's try to speed it up. We got a 4 cost uninkable. When you play this character, exert chosen opposing character. So what's up with this card?
We're in aggro. If you're playing kind of a mid range control, this card allows you to be able to still play that deck. Just that. Like you have Royal Guard, you have Rafiki's, you have a nice 2 drop. Now you can drop this, you can contest early. So dropping this and then dropping an Elsa kind of it helps a lot against aggro. So this is just a really strong card. It takes away a lot of pieces, right? If people are setting up, even the standing characters, being able to disrupt that, it's great. Solid body,
Yeah.
good.
The biggest thing about this is also the uninkability again, but 4/4 is a crazy body on 4. I mean, obviously we have some 3 costs like that already, but the exert
On
is
three
big.
with Blurple. I want to point out it's a lot in Blurple, by the way,
Eh,
as a three,
Yeah,
and
well,
with the
the
Rafiki tree.
the two
Good.
broken purple decks, right? They both cheated out on 3. Um,
Yeah.
Purple yellow and purple blue, they both cheat this out on 3. So you control like the any threats that come out like on one, like in a mirror. on a tree mirror, you play this tree and then you exert their tree and then kill their tree. Like that's pretty big. Um, but yeah, biggest problem, uninkability. I'd probably only slot this like as a two of, but that's just me. If you could find a way to fit four, cool. But next card, Sven, this is your boy.
My favorite purple card in the set. Nothing else, anything. Anything within one, two, three, four, five, six costs, it probably pretty much outs. Like it outs Pete, like the blue Pete. That's huge. Once they get their first quest, you're like dropping this, preventing them from gaining their boost two on it. This outs Bambi. Like it's a evasive, it outs any evasive character pretty much because let's be real, no one's playing what is it, the alligator or the new one that's like a six, let's be real. So this is just I think this is the best purple card in the set. That's just, I love this card. Four of.
Yeah,
I'm playing four of it.
yeah. I obviously thought it was a good card. I just didn't think it was that great. But the more I'm playing against it, especially because they're only playing two of, like you never know when it's coming, and like you said, it just kind of outs everything. So I'm like, play Pete quest with it. There's nothing that can out it. Oh, they played the Sven. My thing's gone right. But like you said, it pretty much outs everything. So it's pretty good. Once again, these are like like your two of slots. I mean, if you find a way to fit four, cool. But like the Iris and this, like I would probably choose between these two, right? That's just me.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm on my list. I'm on two Iris, four Zven.
God damn.
But also, if those of you that follow this channel, if you're on my list, you're at least on 14 Uninkables, and you know it.
Yeah,
So that's all right. You're good.
a lot of blurples are on like eight still. So
That's crazy.
yeah. Um, this cost four cost Tigger bouncing all the way 4/3 quest for one. When you play this character, you may return chosen character, item, or location with cost two or less to their player's hand. Uh, talk about it.
So aggro's in the format. It kills tempo. If you want to be a little safer with the inkable count, this is another way to kind of put a 4/3 body on board with killing tempo, right? Bouncing a stuff back to their hand. Or I just play some one or two drop characters in my deck that I can boost and boost and boost and then bounce with this and then draw two to three cards. I want to say max, obviously, so usually two to three. But if you want to play on curve, it's mostly like Blurple can bounce an opponent's character that's very cheap. But the ability to be able to bounce yours after Basil already give a support to something, and then you don't want to get that trade and give them like maybe cat value, like Cheshire Cat. Like there's a lot of ways where your Tigger bouncing can be really good, and you guys already know how bouncing mechanics work and how you can use that to your advantage, especially with boost. So
And it's an epic. It has the same
it's a
art
what?
though. I said, and it's an epic.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, I agree. I think this card against aggro is insane. You usually want to bounce a two cost, right? Or a two quester. But usually the two questers are also two costs. So they're two costs. That way they spend more ink next turn to replay it. And then you leave behind a 4/3 body that four stat line's pretty good against aggro, right? Like that's a lot of their um takes on Daisy in one hit, Tramp makes it so you swing with the four and a two attack. Like it's a good threshold for attack. Um, you can also bounce your own characters, I believe. Yeah. So in purple still, if
yeah.
you want to play it, you could play it, bounce your own dock. So
You
that's
bounce
pretty.
stock.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. Can't think of right now other cards, but yeah, the fact that it could bounce yourself is pretty cool. The item and location part, kind of irrelevant. As of right now, but yeah,
Oh, it can also bounce the item. Okay, I didn't even know that part, to be
yeah.
honest.
You may
Really can come up
return
with
a
items.
character
There's
item.
a lot of people items that are like play cheap, like right, like even like if it's a lantern, think about it. Like that's kind of still annoying for the player. Like if they go Digger bounce your lantern, now you have to spend the two again.
Yeah,
Sure, you get the one, but you still lose that little bit of value of like, oh man, now I can't play my seven drop like I was planning to, or my Demona on turn four. That's kind of cool.
yeah. No, yeah, definitely. There's not that many. I mean, obviously it will hit some stuff, but there's not that many items.
Hey, when you go this bounce through Chromicon, can you or Chromicon's
No,
a
you
three?
can't. Yeah, it's a three. You can't hit the
Oh, that would be
Chromicon.
broken. That would be so good.
Uh, yeah, that'd be pretty
Uh,
good.
okay,
Let
so this
me
card, you
change my
want me to
screen on.
talk a little about this card?
Yeah, let me read it real quick. Five cost switches
Yeah.
of Morva, 4/4, quest for two. When you play this character, you may return another chosen character of yours to your hand. If you do, gain one lore. Go ahead.
So I think I'm not gonna say it's an overachiever, underachiever. I just think it's a hidden gem. I think people are kind of forgetting how strong bounce mechanic can be, And I like, yes, it's unlinkable. Like I said, I'm not saying, by the way, guys, play for Iris, for Sven, and for this. We're giving options here. But what I'm saying is that this is a bounce that does not lose tempo like Madam M, and it's a bounce that does not have restrictions. It is a straight bounce something. That's always great. It's a 4/4 question for two. It can be played on turn 4 in Blurple or any ramp deck. I feel like every deck ramps now. It's crazy. But yeah, so it's just a hidden gem. I tested it. It felt good. If you can manage to fit that, and if you start playing characters that you benefit from bouncing specifically. And purple has a ton. Blue has a ton. There you go.
Yeah, I played against someone that played this deck, and it did get me. But I mean, he like rebounced the Hades. But I'm like, you could have done that with Elephant and save the uninkable spot. I get it. You get the one lore and a quest for two, but at that point, you just got to decide what's in the meta, right? Like, do you got to go faster against some decks? Do you need a bigger body? You know. So yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me is the uninkability. So if you're saving on uninkable, if you want to save on uninkable spots and you want to bounce, I'd probably just play Elephant instead. But yeah,
Now, in this Golden Quest podcast, guys, you guys are going to hear this a lot from both of us. It's going to be a lot of most 90% of the time when me and Caesar disagree on something is because one, I want it and it's uninkable, but he doesn't want it because it's uninkable. Like, it's funny. But yeah.
yeah, I'm very notorious for breaking with uninkables, even if I'm like at 9 or 10. So I try to keep my uninkable count as low as possible. And Hector apparently plays with like 20 uninkables, so I don't know. That's just skill gap, I guess. So it's a 5 cost. Next card is our only green card. 5 cost, 5/4. Quest for two. When you play this character, you may shuffle chosen opposing character into their player's deck. If you do, that player may play a character from their discard for free. Um, I'll let you talk about this card.
So this is one of those rare occasions that is actually the opposite of what we just said. We just contradicted ourselves. Because Caesar had brought this card up. I had forgotten about it. And then he actually brought this card up. To be fair, our green blue had a lot of room for an inkable still, so we were kind of pretty much fine. Um, yes, so I did not like the fact that your opponents can play a card for free early. Now, let me say this straight too. I feel like this is great in our green blue aggro list. I wouldn't play like green blue control and then play this Chernobog and say it's broken. Like, first of all, I do want to say that. But when we're tempoing aggro, our characters don't have that much strength. They play a really good character that's gonna out our board. You play this card, you hit their character. The two things can happen. They have a really bad 1 drop or 2 drop in their discard, or they don't have anything at all because all our characters hit for 1 or 2. Merfolk, Anna. Oh, I guess you don't get to play anything for free. This is just a straight 5/4 quest for two Dragonfire built in. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Um, I did wanna. I don't know if you want to put it right now. If it's gonna throw up your slide, I wanted to put the list now since it's kind of like a good leeway. If you guys watched our last video, I know that me and Caesar was a big part of helping me build it as well. We did. I updated the list. I kind of give it to him here, and it does put the Chernobog in there as a two of with the two your welcomes. So what we did was we cut two your welcomes and I put two Chernobygs, so 2-2 split. And then I cut the scuttle and I put 4 tramps. We don't want to talk about tramp too much. You guys know what that does. Boosts strength, you boost Mulan. Also, you're able to boost other characters if you need a good trade. So but I figured that just makes the deck better in of itself. And I'll let Caesar talk about the Chernobog. I don't know if I covered it all, but go ahead.
No, you pretty much covered it all. So we didn't contradict ourselves because when I told you about this card, I said we should cut bonsai to fit this card because I did not want to put more unequals in the
Oh, you
deck.
want to put more? Yeah.
Yeah. But what's it called? You did mention about the Merfolk, and the Merfolk does kind of contradict this plan. If people start to know about this deck, when they attack their Merfolk, they could discard a good character from their discard, and then in case they get Chernobog, they won't feel as bad. So if we're playing Trap, I was gonna tell you, I get it. Most of the time, it will be a one lore, possibly, but it'll be an option to maybe play Lady because of that. And then it cheats out. If we do have a Lady, then the Tramp becomes one, right? The only problem is she's
Good
not
point.
guaranteed. Yeah, the only problem is she's not guaranteed to be a two quester, right? The green one costs the green uninkable 1/2. Um, because it will have that thing with Chernobog. I mean, as long as you keep catching people off guard, they're gonna discard their worst card in their hand, and most of the time you know, something that they don't care about. But yeah, the Chernobog has felt great for me.
I
Like,
forgot. Honestly, I just completely forgot about the Merfolk discard. I'm new to
yeah,
Emerald cards, so
uh,
yeah.
yeah, I don't blame you.
That's
But
a good no, that's a good point. Just put the lady because once they know that we play that, like, and this is obviously like if the deck gets popular like
yeah,
that, right? I
yeah,
mean, which by the way, thank you guys for the love. It's actually it was trending on Dreamborn. It was actually was becoming popular, but I
yeah,
mean
we
that's a whole
appreciate
other
that.
world.
Yeah, we appreciate the support on that deck. We actually both have. I don't even like playing aggro, and I actually have fun playing this deck.
It's fun.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean that's the only thing. And then Chernobog, like you said, hitting this on curve, like playing this. We don't have the sell anymore, but playing this on like even if you played on five, like it's still fine against our deck. But even against green blue control, I don't think it's bad as a one or two of as well, because most of the time you're not killing their stuff until you board wipe. So you're like bouncing all their stuff, right? So most of the time they won't have a good character in in their discard too until you board wipe. It will suck to draw it late, obviously, but early, like as a one or two, if you find it early, I think it's I don't think it's bad. It's like a Giant Fire in that deck, which we don't really have in that deck, right? We have to remove all their stuff by bouncing and making you draw. So yeah, I think that Chernobog's slightly slept on, but um obviously it gets worse the more better cards they have in their discard. But yeah, updated list. If you guys want to check it out, and we mentioned that Curse Merfolk. If you want to try to make your tramp cheaper at one cost, because right now we have no way to make it a one cost. And if you want to play around that Chernobog thing in case this deck does start becoming popular. But let's go back to the list. Let me unzoom this and then switch back to here. The next card, we have a red one. Man, why are some of these coming out wrong? Scrooge McDuck. It's a 2 cost and inkable. 3/3 quest for one. Boost one. This character gets +1 attack and +1 defense for each card under them. Let's talk about it.
So at first, I was going to mention this as a hidden gem, and then I started playing a lot against it. So I've actually seen a pretty decent amount of it. Um, Eddie also brought it up to me, and he's like, "Hey, this card is and that." And I was like, "That's funny," because one of our other teammates was also talking about this card, and it being good. So I have a deck list with it. That one I'm keeping secret because it's a teammates list. But we did want to talk about this card. It's a good 2 drop. I don't want to overhype it. I don't want to underhype it either, though. Like undervalue it. So I think it's really strong. I think it has a very good contention of replacing the Diablo. Yes, the questing matters. So if you can possibly fit both, you can do that. But I think they being this paired up with purple can be really strong because you have bounce mechanic. So it being a boost one, and it's a 2 cost character, it can add up, and I can see this card getting value of up to a 3 card bounce, right? So I like it. Also, if it gets really big, right, then people have to out it, and then the bigger it gets, the most likely is going to trade upward. So it's good. It's very good. Very strong, solid Ruby support.
Yeah, my thing is why I think this card is good. One, like I said, like you said, if you played in purple, you have ways to bounce it, technically draw cards. Two, the only color this feels terrible against is yellow. If you bring it up to five, because then it gets the world's greatest criminal mind. But I guess red if you play against Dragonfires and Mali Dragons, right? But against blue, where they have to Hades you, and then you have 4 or 5 cards under this, they just inked you 5 cards. Against green, where they tend to bounce you and sometimes play mothers, they bounce you, you now drew 4 or 5 cards, right? So in other colors, the removal it benefits you the more you're boosting. Um, but yeah, I mean, you guys always gotta mess around with the boost. Like you gotta think about it in that sense, right? Like obviously this thing becomes a 6/6, 7/7. Blue needs to out this card, then they need to Hades you. I probably personally wouldn't Hades this thing unless it's a last resort because it only quests for one. So you can probably like leave it on board and out every other problem and then try to swing at this thing when you really need to, or make them swing to you. Sometimes you're gonna have to Hades this thing, and I also see this card honestly pretty broken in red yellow because you get it so big where they need to kind of remove it, and then you have that sponge for the Rapunzel action, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a good card.
Um, Also being paired with the Olaf, when you keep your Olaf in one on curve and you keep it just standing there, so your one drop could just be already good use. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, what is
S-
this card?
I put this card is a 4 cost location. Sorry, you guys are gonna kind of see it weird on the screen, but I can't fix this one. I guess I can zoom out a little bit. That will work. Yeah. Um, so it's a 4 cost. It's a location graveyard of the Christmas future. It's a 8 willpower, 1 move cost, and the effect reads: whenever you move a character here, you may put the top card of your deck under this location face down. At the start of your turn, you may put all cards from under this location into your hand. If you do, banish this location. So we didn't talk about this card, but I put it in. I think it is a hidden gem. I think this card in red specifically. Um, Spoiler alert to my red blue list. Um, Red blue, I think it's good. I don't think you focus too much around it, but I think it's another draw engine. Red blue, what do we do? We're just playing bombs that remove stuff, right? So play bomb, you play bomb, you play bomb, and an 8 willpower. It's not something. This is very hard to take out now. That's another reason why I like Sven, because this thing kind of Sven can help out this pretty easy. But once you know they can't remove it, you drop this. Don't be greedy with this. Move 3 characters, and then when it's your turn, you draw 3. You can control it very easy by controlling their board and knowing like the thresholds of what how they can out it. Like I played against someone and he had, what did he have? He had a he had a shark. He had a shark and a Tipo. And he quest with his Tipo. I killed his Tipo. My body that I killed his Tipo with died. And I knew he was not gonna be able to out this. I moved 3 characters to my thing and he swing at it, which was a mistake because I was gonna pop it anyways. And I popped it and I drew 3 cards. Like this card as a hidden gem is gonna catch a lot of people off guard, and you're gonna draw a lot of cards. To me, I get it, it's expensive, but in blue, where you have a bunch of ink, it's not that expensive. This drawing you 2 or 3 cards, it's good enough. Don't be greedy with it because I've seen people be greedy with it, and that's where it feels bad. You wasted 4 or 5 ink moving characters, and then it gets outed. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's been performing for me in my red blue list, and I like it a lot. And I feel like it could put other Ruby decks on the map. Obviously, the more people start to respect this location, it gets worse. But right now that it's not respected, it's a good hidden gem.
It's good. I read it. Makes sense. Eight shield. You can even just start smacking people with turn three and play this like for no reason. Like, oh, you haven't developed a body because you chose to go develop and then sell. Okay, like you play this on three. Or I have another one here. Like, and then you start like really like forcing them to play completely their strategy off. Like that alone. Obviously, you don't play it for that. But what I'm saying is like the fact that you can even do that
Yeah,
too
and
is crazy.
locations always scare people, right? Like there's times where my hand's kind of iffy. I'll drop this on 4 and I'll make them start getting scared. At the
There's a
end of
world
the day,
too.
at
You're
the
playing against yellow. You're
yeah,
playing against yellow. You're putting threat for them to storm. You drop 2 of these before you go even wider. Be like, all right, go ahead, storm me.
yeah. And the good thing is like once you move the character, it puts the card under. So even if they remove the character, you're still gonna get that card. Number two is you don't have to banish it at the start of the turn. So like Hector said, if you have board control and you know they can't out it, that's where you could be a little bit greedy because this thing does gain 1 lore. I feel like if this thing didn't gain a lore, it would be completely cheeks. But the fact that it does, you can put it as a threat too, right? And it's a slow threat, but it's a threat both ways because the more characters you have on, the more you're gonna start moving them slowly, and the more it's a threat of drawing as well. Not only the lore, but they gotta like yeah, it's just I mean you guys get it right, but it's a
Yeah.
location. It's a location with a good ability. So let's move on to the next card. And a card that completely outs this card cleanly to 6 cost Cooper, 8/5
What
rush
doesn't this
rebel.
card out cleanly, dude? The,
Well,
the only card that doesn't out cleanly is Mana Horse.
yeah, basically. Uh, and yeah, it's 8/5. It's basically Maui. And blue decks, it is literally Maui if you play Cindy, because you bring out the Maui, you bring it out the same turn as Maui, or the way you used to bring out Maui. So I don't know. I like this card. I like this card a lot. I play it. Um, I think the card's fine.
That thing in red yellow is nasty. Reason I say that is because when they play it, sometimes you're forced. Like if it has 4 or 3, you kind of want to get rid of it because you don't want them to Ohana and heal it. Not just that, when they drop this card and they already did its value, sometimes like I don't want to challenge this because it feels rough, but I also don't want to quest out because then he's gonna get more value. It's kind of annoying, dude. It's an annoying card. So It's good, solid. I like it.
Yeah, and then once again, hidden gem because a lot of people aren't playing this card, so it catches a lot of people off guard. I play against green blues, and they'll shift their Clarabelle and I have nothing on board, and I'm playing red blue, and they're like, oh, "I'm gonna quest for my Clarabelle." I'm like, "Cool, I don't have to Hades that Clarabelle. Cooper it, boom, or Copper it, boom. Your Clarabelle's out. Good luck, buddy." So obviously these cards get better with the more surprise factor. I still think without a surprise factor, it'll still be good, but right now that it does have surprise factor, it does get way better. So we did talk about this card. I show the new art just because. Um, and we did talk about this card, but me and Hector both agreed that we just wanted to put it back in here uh, to let you guys know that we think this card has been overperforming for both of us, me personally, and multiple lists. Like almost every list, I'm like, dude, Let It Go needs to be in here. More Let It Goes. Um, like a lot of ones I start like at 2 or 3. Like I'm looking at my red blue list and I'm thinking about probably putting more, probably going up to 4. I think this card is really good and it's been overperforming a lot. I'm seeing it in every list: purple blue, yellow blue, my red blue list. Like if you're playing blue, I'd probably be playing this card.
I can definitely see that this in the future, like as the meta develops, is just going to be a standard for of. I wouldn't be too surprised. Like, oh, you're playing blue decks. We're playing so many 5 drop characters. The sing ability is just so nasty. We're past the time where that one matters, dude. It's just crazy. Like, we're not like ramping people from 6 to a 7B prep anymore, or to a big Sisu. You know what I mean? So like that one ring does not is not that deep. I will, and also I will gladly play Hades and then let it go with my scene character and double wipe you. Like the temple, man, I missed this card. I missed it. I'm glad it's back.
Next card is a 5 drop Moana, the legendary 4/4 quest for 2. You can ink cards from your discard. So we did talk about this card last week. Um, Tell us why it's back in here, Hector.
It's underperforming. It's cool. I always I gave it the benefit of the doubt because people were saying that it was bad. It's all right. Even when it does what it wants to do, it's okay. Like it's not broken. Like, and I think because the value in Sapphire of our 5 cost characters, or what we pair Sapphire with, we're playing good value 5 to 6 to 4 cost characters. Yes, when you play it and they start inking from their inkwell and from their discard, that's like a draw engine. I don't know, man. It's all right. It's underperforming for me. That's all I'm gonna say. Like that's it.
Yeah, I will also say it's underperforming. If I do play it, it's still like a 1 or 2 of. But I don't think it's because of the card is bad. I think it's because it's getting outshined by other cards that are just better than it. Um,
Yeah.
the bell
Sorry to
is
interrupt you.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the bow is
I meant
way better than this card, by miles. And then at our 5 drop, we're playing Pete, and Pete is also like insane. So I don't think it's a bad card at all. But we're already playing Pete. Like we're not gonna cut Pete for this card, and we're playing Bells. Like we're not gonna cut Bell for this card, right? Bell's a lot better because it goes on our 4 curve, as well. This is kind of a little bit awkward to play, which we're willing to play this awkwardly if we didn't have these other good cards, right? Um, I think if those 2 cards didn't exist, this card would be nuts. But unfortunately, other nuts cards got printed that just fit the curve a lot better. And yeah, so don't get us wrong. This card's not bad. Unfortunately, in the same set, better
under.
cards got printed.
Yeah, it's underperforming. Too.
Grandma Tala, it's a 10 cost, sorry, 12 cost, uninkable, 6/6 quest for 2. For each card in your inkwell, you pay 1 less to play this character. What's up?
So I've played up to this card for free. I played up to 1 cost for this card, and it felt really good at first. And then every other deck, it just started doing things proactively. Like even when I would play this with something else, like okay, like it started becoming like that. Like it wasn't that impactful, even if I played this for free. It's crazy. I don't know why. Just the state of the meta, the way it is, like it wasn't that deep. Like I don't know. It's been underperforming. It was overperforming at first, and then it's like the whole meta where it went to. It was whatever's. It's whatever's.
Yeah. So we didn't talk about this card last week, but if you are in any discords or any yellow blue decks going around, this was making big headlines in those lists. People were saying this card's good. I never put it in my list because an inkable is a big cost for me. And I just felt like Chip and Dale was way better because people were playing this after the board wipe, right? Oh, we get board wiped. You play two of these for free. They better have another board wipe, right? But I was thinking the same thing, but I was playing Chip and Dale. So we get board wipe. I'll Chip and Dale. I'll ink. And most of the time you have a lot of ink, so I'll ink. I'll get a good card that they just killed. Now they have to deal with Chip and Dale. They better board wipe me again because if they don't, then I'm gonna keep getting cards from my discard. Two, Chippendale, and then like I get a Cindy, I play Cindy, then I ink. So then that Chippendale technically drew me like three cards because it got the Cindy back. The Cindy cycled a card in my hand, drew me a card, and then I got another card from the Cindy trigger. Um, I just felt like Chippendale was a way better thing to drop after the board wipe. So I was playing when we were going super tall with the yellow blue list. I was playing Chippendale, and I always felt like it was way better. So but yeah, underperforming. I mean, I can't really talk much because I didn't test this card, but I was never really like, oh my god, like when I was playing against it. So I can see that it was underperforming. All right, we got three cards left. We got Steel. We got Lilo bundled up to 2 cost uninkable. 1/2 quest for 2. During each opponent's turn, the first time this character would take damage, she takes no damage instead. I don't think we talked about this card last week, and I put this card in. I just think it's really good, and Amber Steel aggro. It's as good
Party
as
like a rock
Nala.
star was
Yeah,
in there too.
it's
Yeah,
as good as Nala. I would say sometimes better than Nala because um sometimes you get to a point where
you
you
can
one
play the
shot.
fish for free.
Yeah,
You get to play
yeah,
that one other card for free.
and then
That's fine. Yeah,
it's a shift target. But you get to points where sometimes you can one shot Nala. This you can never one shot it. No matter how big your character is, you're gonna have to swing twice at this thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good card. And aggro, imagine like yeah, you just gotta swing twice at it no matter what.
yeah.
We're good.
Great. Yeah.
2 costs. The Terror that flaps in the night. Action. Deal 2 damage to the chosen opposing character. If you have a character named Darkwing Duck in play, deal 3 damage instead.
This card sucks if you don't have Darkwing Duck. Um, if you have Darkwing Duck, a 2 cost action that deals 3, it's a hidden gem. I can go in this whole world and build you guys a blue steel detectives to be aggro, and it's the easiest thing in the world. The issue is right now, obviously, I don't want to build you guys a deck that just beats aggro and then like loses to everything else, right? So it's about fitting the other cards, Anna, Alice, or the other stuff, Wolt Route, mid range, etc. But they have a 1 drop in steel, ally, detective, Darkwing Duck. They have a 2 drop Darkwing Duck in blue steel, detectives, 4/1 ward. That's already 8. They have the other one that has like Challenger 2, Quest for 2, Ally. I think actually no, I'm sorry. These are not even allies. They're detectives. They're not allies though. So the detective synergy. If I wanted to play 4 of these in my deck and deal 3 damage every time, I'm just saying in blue steel detectives, I can easily do so. I will stay away from those really bad items, but I do feel like there's a world where there's very good Darkwing Blue Steel Detective synergy if you play 4 of these cards, and you're not losing to aggro, dude. This is so good. Like I can give you guys on top of my head 16 good Darkwing targets in Blue Steel Detectives. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be in my deck profile because again, I want to give you guys a deck that's like well rounded. But if you guys want a Darkwing beat every aggro green yellow amber steel deck every time, then I'm just saying this is a hidden gem to keep in mind of. You can play 4 of these and to stop playing those bad items from Darkwing. So
For sure, for sure. I won't speak much on this. I mean, we used to have a boom. It was cool. If you get to deal 3 with this, I don't think it's that terrible as the deal 2. Um,
yeah, DL2 is horrible. By the way, I will say this, guys. This is specifically if you're gonna play those 16 Darkwing Dugs that are detectives in your deck. 2 for 2 is I think it's horrible. But if you're gonna deal 3, like a smash, but it costs 1 less, that's pretty good.
sure. And the last card is a 4 cost inkable
Speaking of
angel.
2 damage, yeah.
Um, while you have no card, sorry, 4 cost inkable quest for 1 3/3. While you have no cards in your hand, this character gains resist 2. Basically going to be irrelevant majority of the time. Once during your turn, you may choose and discard a card to deal 2 damage to chosen character. Why'd you put it in here?
So, it's overperforming for me. I thought it was gonna be a okay card, a solid card at best. It's been overperforming, and that first effect actually comes up more than you'd think. Reason being is because when you have the Goliath, you either ping two and then play a character. Now you can challenge with this. So it's actually come up a lot because at the end of your turn, Goliath resolves. So once you have the whole loop of discard player character, draw two, this thing's actually gaining resist to every turn. So I do want to point that out through my testing that I actually got the resist way. I'm like, oh wait, this is actually coming up. And then dealing, I think what started getting for me is like getting rid of a card you don't care for that's going to replace itself at the other turn anyway to deal two every turn. It's like you have unlimited fire the cannons in your deck if you choose to. That kind of sold it for me. It's been really good. I like it. Makes sense why it's a legendary now. It synergizes well with Goliath. Obviously, you're not about to put this in your Amber Steel deck. I mean, I guess you can, but you get what I mean. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I did put it. I did tell you I think it would be a good card. Um, I don't know, just the fact that like I feel like we can go back to I think even I know some lists, but we last set when we did build Blue Steel, I played it for very little. Like we're very low on docks and very low on Beyond the Horizon. Like this, like I wouldn't mind playing 4 docks now because if you have this character out, like you just start throwing them away. Boom, throw them away, deal 2. So that's why I was telling Hector, like, dude, this card is basically like you have a bad card in your hand, you need a situation where you need to deal 2 damage. Cool. This card in my hand just became Fire the Cannon for free. Like it's a free fire. Well, free because you're not paying any cost, but you're discarding the card, right? So it's like a free Fire the Cannon. And then once you get like the Goliath trigger going, I didn't even think about the resisting. It's true, but once you get Goliath going, like you want to be emptying out your hand a majority of the time, right? Or all the time. You want to be drawing the 2 off the Goliath all the time. So, boom, you play Hades and you need to remove another character and you don't have enough ink to play the other one, and it's like an Amari, something not a removal. Discard the Amari, deal 2. You draw 2 cards. More likely that you see Let It Go, and then another Hades or something, right? Like Vincenzo. So yeah, it's good.
Also, in a world where the Gone 2, it's a 3/3 and you're discarding, you still want to be incentivized on playing Gone 2. So you want to be incentivized on playing 4 Doc, which makes you want to incentivize to play 4 of this. So it just kind of worked together. There was a funny time too when I had 2 of these in a Goliath. And dude, I drew like a cell and a Tipo. I was like, well, I guess I'm dealing 4. And I just drew 2 at the end of the turn. Like it was broken. I was like, even when you draw the bad cards, it'll become a free bolt. Like, all right, for sure.
Yeah. I
Like,
think
it's
it would
funny.
make the card crazier, but I don't know. I mean, I might have regret if they did get printed this way, but I feel like it would have been fine either questing for 2 or being a 4/4. But I don't know.
You know what I think it's gonna be really good with this that hasn't been explored yet. I don't know if it has actually. I haven't done a lot of research. I'm trying to do my own content, but Circle of Life deck,
Yeah, 100%.
I can see that.
I can
But
see it
yeah,
in I can see it in Amber Ruby like doing that. Because same thing, you play the Gantu, you start discarding, you play Mulan, you start discarding, you play
wait,
your
what deck? You said Amber Ruby. Sorry,
Amber Steel, my bad.
I'm sorry.
Play Mulan, play Gantu, discard. You put your turn
Yeah,
two singer,
exactly.
you put your turn two singer or tree, you cheat this out, and then you just keep discarding. Then you can still play Goliath because Goliath is oh no, he doesn't discard you. He draws you. He only discards you if you have a lot of cards.
You
But I think
start
there's a
reviving Surfer Stage Draw too, and it's like starts getting rapid from there. Like
yeah, yeah. It might be a little bit high rolly too, but hey, you ever wanted a way to cheat out Giant Mickey soon? There it
there you
is.
go.
But against Amber, it gets worse. Imagine you cheat out Mickey, and then you get a world's greatest criminal mind with only 2 characters on board.
It's only in a challenge. I thought it was banished though.
No, it's banished, but you can like let's say they cheated out early, and you only have like 2 characters out,
Oh
and
yeah,
you're
yeah, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I would be
But
more like if Let It Go goes more rapid, then it just feels bad. But yeah.
yeah, but yeah, that's all we got.
Okay.
For
Um,
today, we were gonna show a little bit more list, but our video is a little bit longer than we wanted to. It's the way we usually operate. We like to talk a lot. So, um, yeah. You got any final
um,
thoughts?
yeah. Well, do you have any final thoughts before I close it out? Good.
No, not really. I was telling Hector that I was probably thinking about making um my own channel, or like I said, he wouldn't mind me posting on here. So if you guys are interested in seeing some of the decks I've been working on, I don't know what Hector has coming for you guys. He'll probably let it know right now. But a deck I have really refined is red blue. If you guys are interested in seeing that deck, I wouldn't mind sharing it. There's another deck too. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing me post brews that I've been doing or things that I think are doing well, let us know in the comments, and might be willing to either make my own account or just post it here. I mean, I don't really care. It's just I do like making content, or would like to make content, so I'll post it here. But yeah, just let me know if you guys are interested. Other than that, there's no tournaments for us coming up, so yeah, we're just gonna keep grinding on Fight Club and testing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to say, I'm sure as the more people are going to be watching this, the Golden Quest podcast, they're going to want to see more of your takes in the, because they're going to go to see the podcast and they're just going to see my videos, right? So I'm like, hey, some of his decks. So it'd be cool to maybe, if posting 2 decks of profile a week, maybe then you also post one a week and then we have 3 videos a week. Be something like that. Or just here and there whenever you want to share a deck. Mi casa is tu casa, bro. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Why did I say mi casa is tu casa in such a white way? Like if I'm not a Latino. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the Golden Quest podcast. We love to see you guys here. Thank you guys for joining us, our Golden Conquistadors. We love it. Make sure you guys give a like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we can't wait for the next episode. And keep an eye out on them deck profiles from me and maybe even Sennis himself. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.
Peace. Thank you.